Hey guys, welcome back. Video two. No, I'm kidding. All right, what I have 3 versions here. There's a marker, a watercolor one, and then we can do either crayon or marker for this one as well. This mainly is if you chose that light colored paper and you didn't want to use just white. I'm okay with that, okay? So, what we're gonna do today is, video 3 next week is gonna be very simple, kind of like fine tuning. Today will be the last long one, and I'm gonna go through each version. You can fast forward to the version you chose. You do not have to do all 3 unless you have time and want to do it for fun, but you only have to turn 1 in for the grade, okay? I'd like to introduce and welcome my Lithia people as well. They're gonna start working with us Buckhorn people because I'm at Lithia now once a week. They'll be catching up to us, so I just wanna say hey to everybody. This is kind of how I do things, just drop a video each week. Keep them simple. Like I said, next week will fly by as far as the video goes. Okay, so I'm gonna start. First one I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the marker ones. This one and this one were the marker, and then I'll do watercolor last. Okay, so no matter which one you choose, light colored paper, whatever else, so we have these right here. So we talked about the primary colors. What we can do is, I'm gonna take, you choose your color scheme, and we drew our little white sections here that's gonna stay that way, and I'll go over what we're gonna do with that. So, I'm gonna go ahead, start. Now, if you're using the light blue paper from your construction multi-pack, it's gonna look weird at first. That blue will change the color some, especially on yellow, but it's okay. As long as I can tell, I'll know. Okay? Then I'm gonna go blue. Again, you don't have to start with these. Yellow can be first, whatever. I usually trace the circle first. I go up and down or across, whichever one you're gonna do, but see how it's a nice smooth color? I don't zigzag. See how horrible that looks? No zigzagging bad. Okay, so that's that one done. And I see a little spot I missed. Okay, so might come over here. Now I'm gonna do the regular white paper. And like I said, the other way I was talking about, I can come like this, back and forth. All right, so there you go. Now, that's colored. Okay. Oh, and I forgot. We also need to do the stems. So, I'm gonna come here. Color the stems brown. Okay. Again, speed is not what I'm worried about. I'm doing it for the video so you don't have to watch me. And then with the leaves, or with the trees, here we go. The petals, this is all you're gonna do, watch. Not the petals, but you know what I mean. Flick your wrist. If it gets inside there a little bit, it's okay. Don't try and go draw like this. It doesn't look natural. When you just let your wrist flick, it looks really cool. Okay. And voila, there's that one. And if you did this one here. Now, what I want you to do is gonna stop right there. Take your time and get this done, and get back to your other studies. And if you need anything, you let me know. Watercolor people, you are next. So, next week will be all the details and little fine tuning. I'm gonna show you some more tricks, okay? That's all I want you to do today. Remember your primaries, Superman, Wonder Woman. You got the blue, the red, and the yellow, okay? Take care of those. All right, watercolor people, if anybody did the watercolor. All right, so I got my watercolor or paint pad paper. Now, we did a little bit of this last year. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I don't want my brush too wet. I'm gonna tap, tap, rub, rub. Okay, I'm gonna pick my primaries first. So I'm gonna start with yellow, and I'm gonna rub across. Okay, rub across. Avoid this little white spot here, like we said, that little area. Now my brush is a little dirty, and I can tell this is very bad. This is not what I want, so I'm gonna rub it off a little bit more. And then my yellow might be a little dirty, so I'm gonna come in here, and see now it's getting a little brighter. That happens, don't worry about it. I'm gonna let this one dry, okay? I'm gonna let it dry and come back to it. So now, watch here. To clean your brush to get a different color. Swirly, swirly, flush, flush, flush. Tap, tap, tap. Rub, rub, okay? Then I'm gonna go across the blue. I don't want too much water. Yeah, that looked a lot better. The paper I'm using right now is not the best. If you have that paint pad from Walmart or one of those watercolor ones from Walmart, you're fine. Okay. There's that. Swirly, 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 flush, flush, flush. Tap, tap, rub, rub. Okay. Get some red in here. Whichever one you chose is up to you. Now, as I go back in the paint, as you can tell, I'm keeping it darker on one side and lighter on the other. So I'm gonna go a little dark here and then fade it over to there. Less water, darker color. More water, lighter color. So, flush, flush, flush. Tap, tap, tap. Rub, rub, rub. Okay. I'm gonna go back over to blue here. And you'll get used to messing with these paints. It's really trial and error. Okay. Flush, flush, flush. Yellow just does not want to cooperate with me today, which is fine. I might come back to it tomorrow and hit it again. That happens, there's nothing wrong. Like I said, you guys have a week, so don't rush like I'm doing. All right, now what I'm gonna do next, and you can also use different brushes, don't forget that. I'm gonna come in here, wake up the brown a little bit, and paint my stems. And the paints I'm using are a little bit lighter. They come out naturally lighter, so you have to fight to make them dark, which is not bad. It's easier to darken something up than it is to lighten it up. So with this, I really don't need that much water. Now, after you're done watercoloring today, let this dry for a good day or two. Actually, just let it sit there and dry until next week. It's perfect. And when we do the fine tuning, you'll see what we're gonna do. And I know yours will look better and neater than mine, so don't worry. All right, now last part, I'm gonna go back for the green here. And what I'm gonna do is flick my wrist. I would use a thinner brush for this area. This is a thick brush I'm using, but don't sit there and try and draw them. Just let your wrist kind of do the work. It's like the evergreens a little bit. And then when it dries, you can actually go back and add some like darker areas. Like I said, I should have used a little bit smaller brush, but that's fine. And then what's gonna happen when this dries, we're gonna come back to this and do some fine tuning. The white paper works pretty good, but I mean, I like, this is good for like, what we're doing in class, we're using black for the pastels and things. But for you guys at home, whatever you have. So here was a marker one with a light colored paper. here was with the white colored paper. And then if you wanted to get real creative, and here's the watercolor one. Like I said, I want you to be creative, have fun with this. Next week's video is we're gonna fine tune this and turn it into something, okay? Also, for this right here, we can actually hit it with markers as well, and I'll talk about that next week. All right, guys, awesome. Have fun with this, take your time. Video 3 will drop next Tuesday, and then we'll keep on trucking. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye.